Hello and welcome to Nintendo Podcast System. Today, we have the old group back together, all four of us. Matthew, Jason, Sam and Jack.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
In case you didn't hear, the president and CEO of Nintendo, Satoru Iwata, passed away just last week. This is basically an episode dedicated in his honour, basically, and we'll be talking about all his accomplishments and stuff like that. In our discussion, we'll be skipping the news section. Nothing really I have felt has been noteworthy for discussions. So sorry for that. Please understand. So we'll be moving straight on to what have we been playing. Yeah, I hope that you'll be able to enjoy the episode. So this is the what have you been playing section, as always. I think, for me at least, this is going to be one of my biggest sections because we've been playing a whole lot. Is it alright if I start it off?
You
Yeah,
can carry
please
on,
do.
my friend.
Yeah. So last week, on behalf of Fiji Tribune, I went to Hyper Japan at the O2. I was able to play a lot of Nintendo games. I got some Amiibo. I got Greninja, Marth, and Wii Fit
I'm
Trainer.
so jealous of Greninja.
What else? There was a good amount of games. I was disappointed that Mario and Luigi Paper Jam wasn't there. But there was Super Mario Maker. I will start with that. It was insanely fun.
Yeah?
It really was. I went up on stage to try a level in hopes to get a Mario hat. The guys on the stage, they picked a level from World 10, and when I played it earlier, the guy there told me that the higher the world number, the more difficult the level.
Yeah.
So I was there on stage like, oh, no, that's one of the difficult ones, but just jokingly. It was ninja training. I didn't get it fully through it, but it was a lot of fun.
Did you actually make any levels yourself with it, or was it just playing through?
No, I didn't. I wasn't really too bothered about not being able to create my own levels, because that's probably how I won't be playing the game anyway. Like, I will create levels, of course, but I'll be more playing people's creations. And
Yeah,
plus,
definitely.
there's already 100 on the disc, so that's amazing. That's probably the biggest Mario. This is going to be the biggest Mario game to date, really.
Well, you could probably argue with some of the newer ones, they might be about the same amount of levels, but it's definitely quite a lot of numbers on a disc. So
yeah, but then even that you get user-created levels, so.
Yes,
I'm pretty much on the same boat, really. I prefer playing other people's levels than making them myself.
Yeah.
It depends how easy it is to play and to create them.
Yeah.
I think it make a difference.
The ones
From
on
what
the
I've
disc,
seen, it looks really simple and easy. You know, I don't think I'm going to struggle at all with creating levels and stuff. It's just having the motive to dedicate a lot of time to create, you know, a level. Which,
unless it's like for challenge or something like that, you know. I think that would be quite fun.
I just think the amount of effort that's gone into making Mario Maker has been incredible.
Yeah,
when you've got some of the new enemies been put into 8-bit style just so they can fit into the game and stuff like that. It's
like wigglers and thwomps and stuff like that. Yeah, moving on to probably my next favourite game at the show floor. It's The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes.
Ooh.
So want that.
It was really fun. Like,
When
it
is
may
that
be like
pre-order, damn it.
it may be like in one of my top 5 of this year, probably. Maybe
this
in my
is the
top
jealousy
5
podcast, by the way.
Yeah, jealousy podcast. Yeah, it was just really fun. It was weird because like the first time I played it, I think his name was George, I think, and a Nintendo guy was there as well, and we played through the temple level. James. Not from Southampton. No, not James. George.
George.
Yeah. I did meet James.
He did say, yeah.
Yeah, from Nintendo Community Manager. So shout out to him.
Hi, James.
Hello.
He's told me he's going to listen, so it'd be funny that when he actually does listen.
I actually I know I'm getting off topic, but there was the Street Pass London event today as well. So he was there as well.
Okay.
As well as many other lovely people. Being back on topic to Triforce Heroes, so I played it with two people that I that I hadn't met before. We went through it really well. We were communicating. We were doing this portion's Tarnum bit. Bob Obama was there or something, you know. And then he said, "Oh, are you prepared for the volcano?" Which was the hardest one. And we did get through that. And we were like communicating. We were like, "Oh, how do we do this part?" Because we had to move a block over a lava lake. And there will sometimes be geysers of lava coming up, so you have to move the block at the right time, and then move it to a space so that the geyser will push it up. Then throw two guys on top of the block, use a totem so the guy with the arrows will shoot the switch. So it's like very in depth, very clever, and how they're using the totem mechanic, and how they're really pushing the three-player co-op thing. It works really well, I feel like.
Okay.
And then I made about two other friends there, and I said, "Oh, how about let's play Triforce Heroes?" I said, "Oh, okay." And I got there, and they said that they wanted to do the volcano level. So I was like, "Oh, okay." It was hell, basically.
Yeah, okay.
I tried to communicate, but it was just so hard. But it was fun,
Yeah.
So it's fun when you're communicating with others to proceed forward, but it's also fun when you're just like mucking around and the others don't know what to do, really. So we just made it on the last live. And the boss as well at the end of the volcano was really clever because it was Moldon or something from Link to the Past and Link Between Worlds, the worm one. But it's different because
God.
you'll see on his...
I don't want to go against him anymore.
You'll see on his eyes like the colour, and that means what colour he's chasing. So if his eyes are flashing green or highlighted in green, that means he will be chasing after the green player. So it's green player's job to chase the Mordor away, and then the other two go around and hit it in his tail.
Oh, okay. So it's going to change colours through the battle, and
but then
each one gets
in the next stage, he does the same thing. However, the tail was raised, so now you need both people at the end, whilst the other is just leading the Mordor.
So you really got to work as a team to get it to...
it really depends on teamwork, which I have yet to see in any other game, because other co-op games like Mario 3D World, for example, sure, it was a co-op game, but at the end of the day, we're all just mucking about, wasting lives and stuff like that. But especially because you share hearts and stuff, it really is like, oh no, you got heart, it's a bit more concerning and stuff, and that's probably the beauty of Triforce Heroes. And then in Mordorm's, I don't think that's its name, so I'm sorry if I got the name wrong. But in its final stage, it will not follow a specific character. Instead, it will just go berserk and go in straight lines, just any direction, and its tail was raised further. So you sort of need to be stacked all together, the three of you, and wait for the right opportunity to swing your sword or weapon at his tail as it passes by.
That sounds like hard work.
Yeah, it really is, but it's like a really good boss design that I really, really enjoyed. So that's Triforce Heroes coming out. I'm saying November or October.
I think November.
It's this year, that's what I care about.
They said this year.
That's when it'll be. It's definitely coming out this year, which is a good thing. Also coming out next year and also simpler in gameplay, Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. I actually found it quite fun. You know, I was playing with a Nintendo person there. It was actually quite fun. Of course, it was simple, so I'm not gonna be, oh, I really want this game. And I feel like we do have to be shown more stuff. You know, like more stages, more characters as well. If there's gonna be more than just a Mega Mushroom, because I don't think that's enough to change it up. And it doesn't really feel that much special other than just, oh my god, I'm massive, and that's about it.
Yeah.
But it was still fun. We were having an ultra smashing time.
Oh dear.
But yeah, I think if you enjoyed the past Mario Tennis games, I think you may not be
I never played
disappointed.
them.
I played the one on the GameCube, I think.
Same.
Maybe. I don't know.
I was
I missed the
tempted to get
64 one.
And then I was even more tempted to get when they re-released it for the Wii, to introduce the, motion controls, but I never got into doing it.
I think the problem with that is because they already had tennis on the Wii Sports. Everyone was like, why do we need another tennis game? It's just, but yeah, it's good to see they carry on with a franchise like that. But only certain players will enjoy that, I think. But either way.
And the last game I'm going to talk about, one that was discussed a lot before E3, Star Fox Zero.
Oh my god, this is the Jealousy Podcast.
Jealousy Podcast.
Yeah, I so want to play Star Fox so bad.
Jack is the green-eyed monster.
Yeah.
Well, I think I've talked about on the show before. I have yet to play a Star Fox game. I'm planning on getting Star Fox 64 3D. But
Yeah.
I don't know about Star Fox Zero. I just felt that was kind of lacking, like just the excitement. Like I was playing Canaria, and I was having fun with that because it was like on rails. It had a set path, you know, you had to be dodging and all that stuff. But when I got to the all rain section, it just was just completely different. Like just completely different feel. And when I went to the boss was a bit more exciting. But I just didn't like having to. It was just tedious trying to find the enemies on the ground and stuff like that. But that's where the gamepad comes actually quite in handy because I could look on the gamepad and it has a zoomed in view. So that I was able to shoot more accurately, and the tilt controls I don't really mind as well. They work well when you're looking on the gamepad. See, the gamepad is my biggest problem. The same can be said about the controls as well, because I don't mind the controls really. Like it is a bit awkward, I will admit, but and it does take some getting used to. But it isn't by far the biggest problem that you should have. The biggest problem I had was when I was playing Area 3. It was just very boring and just dull because all I was doing was just doing somersaults and U-turns when fighting Pigma and just shooting him, and that was it. I wasn't really. I was just. It just felt really boring to me.
Okay.
But then again, there's a lot of time to improve.
Yeah, it's still very early, isn't it, on what they've shown, so...
Yeah, and what they've shown, but it's coming out this year, so if they manage to pull it off... but I'll probably still be getting it for Christmas, though. It looks like a good Christmas game to have. But other than that, there was a good amount of titles that have already been released. I think those are, like, the only 4 big ones coming this year. Like there was LBX, I didn't manage to play that, but there were a lot of games that have already been released. There was Super Smash Bros. For both Wii U and Nintendo 3DS. Splatoon was there, that was a big thing. Yoshi's Woolly World,
We were.
Yeah.
Really?
Kirby and Rainbow Paintbrush, Mario Kart 8. There's a Monster Hunter area there. And interesting, there was like a load of old 3DS games. Like there was it was a single booth for each, but there was a booth for Mario Kart 7, Mario 3D Land, Mario Bros 2, and Luigi's Mansion 2.
Oh.
So it's quite odd to see that there, but it's nice for people who didn't play get a chance to play it as well. It was just a very good event. There was the Namco Bandai area there as well. I was thinking about going there, but I just wanted to stay at Nintendo area. I didn't manage to go on the stage a couple of times. I got by participating in the Mario Kart 8 tournament, I managed to get a green shell trophy. It's very nice. It's small, but it's very nice.
They do them in all sorts of different sizes depending on what trophy it is.
Yeah.
I know the leaf trophy is the biggest one, and it's huge. It's like,
well, the first place winner got like the Special Cup trophy, and that was like massive. I would have loved to win that. But yeah, it's still cool that I got this prize as well.
Cool.
But yeah, I'm gonna take a break for now because I still have more to talk about. I don't want to do it all in one go, so I'll let.
How was Hyper Japan in general? What do you think of it?
It was a very good event. It was smaller than I expected because Nintendo took up at least half of the area. Like it was all in the middle. Then everything else, like the actual Japan stuff, that was all like around the edges. So just found that like kind of weird, really, to be honest. But then again, naturally, it was quite cool. It was a very good and organised event in general. I was able to skip the queue because I was press.
Yeah, you got very lucky with that.
Yeah, I was very lucky. But yeah, I did get a game there as well. It was half price. I'm gonna be talking about that later. But Jack, Sam, Jason, do you have anything?
I haven't got a lot of games to be honest. So, just been playing a lot of Splatoon.
Of course, Splatfest.
Of course, Splatfest this weekend. Yeah, so it was food, rest, sleep, and I was part of Team Food. So go Team Food.
Is anybody here was Team Sleeping?
Me and Jason were.
Oh, you got. I can't believe that. Even though you guys had a third of the votes, you got more wins than us. Team Eating.
Yeah, it's not about the quantity; it's about the quality.
That is true. But
Me.
What do you think of these Splatfests in general, then?
It's just a massive post of Miiverse things everywhere. It's like, what is going on here when I first turned it on? And I was like, because you go to the plaza and it's literally just little posts things. Normally you get them like just around on the walls here and there, but when it's Splatfest, they just have it everywhere, all over, like even in the sky and things.
The background buildings and things, yeah.
So naturally, I made one for the podcast system, and it was displayed all over the place. It was very cool. But I put it on
Are you sure he didn't just show up on your one and nobody else's? Or...
Well, probably just my one. But
if you came here from a post on Splatoon, you have Jack to thank.
Yeah, that's it. See, and podcast system doing a bit of advertising. I'm probably banned off Miiverse now for doing that, but
Should anybody want to see it, go to Jack's Twitter page, Gorny7789, and you will see a lovely picture there.
But the Splatfest in general, the only real difference is that it's at night and the music's changed. But
yeah, I like that.
I like the music change.
Nice, the music changed.
But I'm kind of annoyed that it's like the same song every time, though.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
It really weird. Don't like. And
if they mix it in every like every two sort of matches, and then sort of mix it about with the other songs, it might be okay.
I didn't hear that. I just had the same Squid Sisters song again. It was cool though.
Yeah.
The major problem I had is that they finally did something right and had 3 maps playable at once.
Yeah.
So,
But
the
then
problem is that it's the same
can't-
3 maps for the whole thing.
and you can't play with your friends. Even though it takes forever to get into it anyway, to try and get into your same friend lobby,
Yeah.
they take it off for the Splatfest.
I'm still disappointed with the amount of disconnects I get, but
It just
pales in
seems very
comparison to
strange
the
to me.
overall experience.
Yeah. I mean, I know that they're doing the big update next month to be able to join your own friends and some other features being added to the game, as well as all the new weapons and the new level we had in it as well last week. It's was it Moray Towers?
That level is so good, but I've only played on.
I
it
love
twice.
it. I think it's amazing. I've been on the Splatoon UK page on Facebook, and there's been people moaning about it. And I'm just like, why are you moaning about it?
It's the
Everyone's
most
just like,
expensive map. Yeah.
yeah, like, everyone's going to choose snipers and do this and that.
Exactly.
I've never used a sniper. Yeah, a charge or whatever it is. But there are so many it's just 2 levels. You go down to the bottom to one bottom level through a set of stairs kind of thing on each side, and you've got one big square block in the middle. And there's ways round not going up the stairs. You can go up the ramps and over the walls to try and sneak round these people that are using charges and stuff. So there are ways around it, and that's why I like the levels. You got to look from both sides, even though it's only just one way you're going, kind of thing. It's a bit of a strange level, but it does work really well, I think.
It's because a lot of people use rollers and they can't get at walls.
Yeah, that's one of the main things. Yeah, definitely. But you know, every sort of weapon's got a different tactic to it, so I do like that kind of thing. But again, rollers probably are going to be quite weak on it if you've got so many charges going against you. But you know, it's one of those things. But.
Yeah, I think I heard someone. Hopefully this is true and not just a rumor, but I think come August, I think the stage rotation thing will be gone.
I don't think gone. I think in some aspects it's still there. Yeah, but you'll have your own custom friend matches sort of thing. You can do as well in between.
That's fine, but still, like
it should have been in there since the start. The problem,
exactly.
but you know, it's.
Well, I'm fine with like the friends thing. You know, if you have to sort it out, then technical issues or anything like that, you know, that's fine, because they would have had that at the start. You know.
Absolutely.
So it must be technical issues, but
hopefully they've sorted it out enough that we can all enjoy playing a few games together and maybe sort out some podcast system tournaments and things and matches.
That's
That'd be pretty cool.
As well.
So other than Splatoon though, I haven't really played that much. A bit of Paper Mario. I got to my favourite level in the game, which is the Shy Guy toy box. I don't know if anyone of you guys have played Paper Mario.
No, I'm interested in it though because I like the Mario and Luigi game.
Basically, there is a level. You come back and the Shy Guys have invaded Toad Town and they're stealing people's items and all sorts of things. And then you've got to try and find out where they're going as like sort of investigation kind of thing. So it basically leads you to a toy box, and you jump in and you go into this toy land, and there's just loads of Shy Guys all over the place. But there's all sorts of different Shy Guys in there. There's the normal coloured, different coloured ones, but then you've got there's a black Shy Guy in there who's like one of the hardest boss battles in the whole game. He's just a basic black Shy Guy. It's just like he does double the damage of any other enemy. It's like, okay. But yeah, it's a really enjoyable game, quick RPG game, and you know it's basic in its aspect, but it's still worth a look. I did look at a few other games on the Wii U eShop as well this week, because they've got Freedom Planet's coming next month, I think, which is basically, it used to be a Sonic fan game when it was first in early development, and I actually downloaded it when it first came out. I've been following this game for ages. It's like maybe at least a year and a half, maybe longer than that. But it's incredible. I absolutely love it. I downloaded it on Steam this week, and I've been playing the hell out of it. And I can't wait for the Wii U version to come out. And I'm going to download that as soon as it comes out. Because it's definitely a game worth playing. You know, I've always liked the Sonic-like games, but it's very similar in its way, but
it's actually going to be good for a change.
But it's like a 2D based one, not a 3D game.
Yeah.
So But that's worth looking at. There's also one more game you should check out on there is Don't Starve.
Oh yeah,
because that's just come out to Wii U. I don't know if the multiplayer's working on that one yet because I haven't actually had much chance to play it. But that game's another like sandbox sort of got to kill things to try and survive kind of game, and that's another one that's worth a look on there. I mean, I'm probably going to get that either next week or the week after when payday is. But yeah, other than that, I haven't really played much else other than a bit of Monster Hunter and just going through a few monsters on there, and then we've done a few online matches as well, trying to take on a few things. And Sam's been trying to show me how to do things, and Jason's been on there with us as well. And I think
much to my dismay that Jack does not listen. I'll give you some hints.
Yeah.
Sam, what have you been playing?
Monster Hunter, obviously, trying to get Jack up to speed. Difficult when he just goes in with the cat claws and
just keep hitting stuff until it dies. That's the basic of it.
Not when you're trying to capture it, Jack. You don't want to kill it.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Oh dear. Other than that, I've been playing with Jason as well. We've had a few matches online and done pretty well, helping him get quite far. He's doing well. Other than that, there is one other game, but I shall mention it later.
All right, saving it for later.
Yes, for good reason.
Okay, good reason. Jason?
Well, I've had quite a very busy weekend playing loads of different games. Saturday? No. Yeah, it was Saturday. I went to the Street Pass Basingstoke.
Oh, yeah.
That was really fun. It was the first time I've ever been to a Street Pass Basingstoke event. And they had all sorts going on. I went in there and I think they had every console set up and every console had a Zelda game in it. I was like, is this a warm welcome to me or are you employing something else? So it didn't take me long to jump onto the N64 and started playing. I did the first boss and then I started doing something else. Other than that, I didn't really play much games whilst I was there. It was just pretty generic. They did try and introduce a few games. Well, not introduced as such, but they tried to theme games around Iwata's reference.
Yeah.
You know, what he's involved in, etc. It did soon turn into a big smash fest again, as usual.
It always does, every Street Pass event.
It's like, oh, let's have a Monster Hunter event. And then 2 minutes later, everyone's on Smash. But Monster Hunter, I've been playing a lot. I've been trying to keep up with it now. I haven't been playing it a lot since I came back from holiday. So now I'm trying to get back into it again. And I'm doing really well now. I'm actually really happy with my progress I'm making on it.
Yeah, you are doing well.
Thanks to Sam, and so I've been playing it with both Sam and Mickey. Played Splatoon today, playing the Splatfest, and I didn't actually take part in the last Splatfest, even though I did vote. So yay! And of course, I voted for sleeping. Go sleep, team.
Sleep, yay!
I don't know if it's finished now, but I don't know if the results have been confirmed yet.
Oh yeah,
We lost.
Yeah, team meeting won. Not by a land mile, but we still won.
Team meeting when did they? I missed that completely.
Yeah, we won. We're superior.
Yeah, woo! Bacon sarnies all round. Woo!
Woo! Yeah, Jason, anything else?
Trying to think.
Oh, well, I know one you need to mention in here, Jace. Actually, Street Pass Portsmouth. The whole Mario Party
Oh, I did.
Oh,
Yeah,
good lord, yeah.
those people.
thing.
Oh dear.
Sorry, Rich. We apologise.
Wow. What happened at that event again?
It was basically Mario Party, and then there was
Oh,
that
that
particular
was it.
one, wasn't
There was
there?
one
Yeah.
game. There's one mini game on there, wasn't there? On was it
Oh
Mario Party
God.
4?
Three.
Okay.
Three?
Okay.
Three?
Yeah, I remember now. Sorry, you just have to bear with me. I am tired at the moment, so I do apologise. Okay, so they had Mario Party 3 set up on the N64. I think it's 3,
Mhm.
maybe 2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it
three,
I'm
was.
sure it's 3. And there's this one particular minigame called Bowser Toss, where you essentially have to toss Bowser,
yeah.
spin him around, and launch him as far as you can. By doing that, you have to tilt the control stick to to angle Bowser as you're spinning him, and then push A as fast as you can to gain speed with the spin. And then when the time runs out, you let go Bowser and
Launch him.
so on and so forth. So it's a pretty generic minigame. And the beginning score was, I think, about 57 meters, which was done by Richard.
Mhm.
And for some reason, I wouldn't say for some reason, but at the start, Richard thought that was a really good score. He seriously thought no one could beat it. A few people tried, and they actually failed at beating it. Until I came along,
Yeah.
sat there, and yeah, I slaughtered it with over what was about 80 something meters or something. I got first.
85 at the first one, I think, maybe.
Mhm.
And yeah,
Well
Done.
Then we searched for it for the world record for it.
It completely put, like, Richard's face was just priceless.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
it was
seriously
indeed.
thought his score was just never going to be beaten, and there I was,
But then,
nailing it with like an 85 or something.
but then after that, there was 2 more people that beat your score, weren't there?
Yeah, the first person
Adam beat
was
it.
Adam King. He runs the Portsmouth events. He got a 80. I think he got
88
about
maybe,
90 or
something
something, didn't he?
Yeah, something around there. Yeah.
And so, yeah, but I still say that if it wasn't for me showing him my little technique that I was doing, I don't think he would have got it. I still
But yeah, it
stand
was.
by that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but it was still quite a good thing. To be quite competitive, and everyone seemed to have a good laugh from doing it.
Yeah,
so.
competitive really wasn't. That's kind of like an understatement.
Jay just must have had must be a good 70 goes in it to try and beat his own score again.
Came quite close to the world record. It was,
Yeah, it was.
the
Very
world record
close.
is 95.76 meters.
I think we got about 93 in the end, didn't we? Near the end of it. So.
Very close.
Officially, Adam got the highest. I got the second highest with a 94.99, which is really annoying because I really wanted to make that 95, but I didn't. I couldn't do it in the end. I was just like, my fingers was just blistering.
Yeah.
Um,
That's a problem with the old Mario Party games.
And then Jeremy got involved. He beat my score once, and then I was determined to at least beat his score. Otherwise, that would have really annoyed me. As soon as Jeremy beat my score the first time, you had never heard the loudest squeal.
He was quite
ever.
happy about it, wasn't he? Yeah.
I basically went deaf.
I'm pretty sure everyone within Portsmouth heard him. It was just so loud. I was just like, okay, now I need to beat him. And I did eventually, so I was happy for that. But, I still don't understand why people are still, titling me as the Bowser Tosser King.
Yeah, you're the Bowser Tosser King.
Technically, Adam still beat me.
So that
He
makes you the
still
Bowser
holds
Tosser
the
Queen?
record.
No?
Pardon?
Does that make you the Bowser Tosser Queen?
No, I which makes me the second best.
Oh,
Charizard
Lord.
person.
Anyway,
But yeah,
it was good fun.
that
It was
was
good
just
fun.
a chaotic, competitive game that I was playing. However, in better news, at the Basingstoke Street Pass event, I did pretty well. They did a huge, I won't say a huge raffle. It was quite a big raffle. That had quite a lot of stuff going on, and I managed to win ourselves, sorry, a Pikachu wearing a Charizard hoodie or cape of some kind. I don't know exactly what it is, but it looks really awesome. It made Joe
I think it's
Joe very
the
happy.
Mega Evolution, the one that's not
It's
black
Charizard
one.
Y,
Yeah, the
Mega
Y one.
Evolution Cape.
They got on top of Pikachu, so it's pretty cool.
And I won myself a banana.
Well done.
A banana.
Yes, they were. I'm being serious, right? They
You
had
want yourself a banana?
food on the table, and there was 2 bunches of bananas, and
Wow.
they decided to throw them in the raffle, just to add, just to get rid of a few more tickets.
It's clearly
I hate bananas.
Yeah.
I can't stand
hate
bananas. I don't like bananas for love or money, and I end up winning one. I'm just like, yeah,
Booby
pass that along.
prize.
But other than that, I think I've spent a lot of time just doing street passes as usual.
Yeah.
Everyone else was just being very competitive with Smash and playing other games. And other than that, yeah, I've been heavily playing Monster Hunter and catching up with other games like Splatoon and even played Mario Kart as well. I want to get back into that. Didn't last very long. I need new stuff on there. Being Battle Arenas, damn it. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much me done. I'm
Alright,
just really
cool.
tired at the moment, so you really have to just bear with me.
So I mentioned when I finished all about Hyper Japan, I did buy a game there for half price, or at least for Nintendo UK's pricing. It was Codenames Theme.
Oh, good game.
I don't know about it. Like, wait, have you played it?
I've got it on the 3DS. Yeah.
Alright, I don't know how to feel about it. To be honest, like the concept and the mechanics and stuff like that, it's all very good. I like the cutscenes; they're all very flashy. I like the comic book style. The fighters themselves, they're all varied in their weapons. Not designed as much, but I'll let that slide, to be honest. Well, my biggest problem is just like, it just feels very frustrating to play. Like,
I
and
think
it's
it's
not.
sort of designed that way at the start. You don't get
but
very much to drill through or dig through, and
and
it's when you get the upgrades, it starts getting a better game, and you can fly through whatever you're doing and fight monsters and what's better. But
I guess
I think it's more the puzzle aspects of it. You're trying to find all the added abilities and things. It makes it quite an interesting game.
I don't know. Yeah, that's the other thing. I like all the abilities and stuff as well. Like, some are a bit useless, but some are actually really.
But you've also got to try and, because you're digging a hole down in the ground and like a mine kind of thing, and you've got to be careful of it, because if you go the wrong way, you could actually trap yourself down the bottom there and have to start again, kind of thing. So you've got to plan it out how you move down the shaft, sort of thing. And it's one of those. It's definitely a grower. It gets better as it goes on, but it's quite hard getting into. But once you are in, it's a really good game.
I don't know, because like, and it's not like a good frustrating. A good frustrating would be like, a really difficult Mario level, for example. Like on World 9, or like an extra world in the 2D or 3D Mario games. Like, you're like, oh, like, I'm so mad, but it's good because it's hard. Like, it shows that the game is designed well. But on Kingdom Team, it's just like frustrating in the way that it's kind of flawed in its execution.
Yeah.
Like I found,
I
because
mean,
like, so there's this ability called Overwatch, and it applies for all of you fighters. If you reserve enough steam, you get to sort of surprise attack on your opponents, basically. As long as you have enough steam there, and it's only with some weapons, so it's sort of deciding, oh, who should I bring in for this mission and stuff like that. But the enemies have it as well. So of course there's this sort of game of trying to be careful where you're going and stuff like that. But they can capture you basically out of nowhere, and I don't find it like. And I appreciate how it's trying to make the game more fair and everything, but it's not really fair when you only have 4 people and the alien forces, on most maps have near infinite amount, because enemy reinforcements appear relatively often, depending on how quickly you take them out, and I find that kind of bad execution, really. Like, it may be picky, I don't know, but like, and the shooting and just controlling feels a bit clunky at times. It's not as dead on as I want it to be. I have to be like very specific and stuff. But I'm having an alright time with it. It's not like an atrocious game. It's still playable, but you just have to like. And when I am careful on kind of thing, it's just like it just kills the pace, really. And that's my biggest problem. And, of course, it's got to be a slow pace because it's a strategy game, but.
Yeah, I think I was getting confused with a different game, actually, now I think about it. But I was getting confused with SteamWorld Dig instead. But
yeah, I was wondering what you were talking about, like.
Yeah.
So you don't have Codename Steam, or?
No, I've played the demos and I've played a bit of it, but not really. It's one by the same people made Fire Emblem and Advance Wars.
Yeah.
So it's.
So,
but,
and there are
bit of a dick there, Jack.
Yeah.
There are similarities rather to
but
Fire Emblem.
I was more annoyed that this come out rather than another Advance Wars, but just saying.
I'm not really that type of person, but like, but it's just kind of because like even in Fire Emblem, I feel that was more fair because you were able to see like the whole map from anywhere, and that's sort of given because it's like from a bird's eye view perspective. But you're also able to see what each enemy has. You're able to see what range they have, so you're allowed to be a bit more careful. And Codename Steam, you can just get like completely ambushed out of nowhere, and you can be as careful as you want. But at the end of the day, if you don't see them at all, and after you've looked all around, sometimes it could be just a complete surprise attack or anything. It's just like made for a really, really frustrating game, unfortunately, because I wanted it to be good. I wanted it to be fun, but it sadly isn't amazing. Am I allowed to talk about other games, or?
Oh, I don't know. It's up to you.
I think I've gone a bit too much. So I got Yoshi's Woolly World yesterday.
Yes,
Okay.
finally.
Yeah, it is pretty good. I'm on World 2. I haven't played it today, unfortunately. But I'm playing it with my friend tomorrow. I've put all my amiibo costumes in. My favourite, I don't really know. I'm quite a fan of the Inkling Boy and Shulk costumes. But yeah, I'm just upset that there aren't any Pokemon costumes in there.
You and me
Pikachu.
both.
Yeah, Pikachu.
Especially when you got that Greninja amiibo as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I wanted Lucario, and there's none. It's just a flipping amiibo T-shirt. I'm like, oh. Big letdown.
Awkward.
Yeah, Yoshi's Woolly World. It is fun. It came out in Japan, I think, this week.
Do you reckon they've held back the Pokemon ones and not for purpose? Because they've done the same with Mario Kart as well, haven't they? They can't use
I
them.
think it's just to do with
The Pokemon
Game
Company.
Freak.
Do you
I
reckon there'll
think
be a
Game
game
Freak.
release?
No, I
I think
think
Game
it's Pokemon
Freak
Company,
is.
to be honest, because they have third parties there. So I think it's
Mm.
the Pokemon Company, really.
Yeah, Game Freak. That's the Pokemon Company. Game Freak makes Pokemon. They are the ones
Yeah, but
that they will have to
but
go through to get permission. And I think I don't know.
right.
It's happened with a lot of stuff between. They seem to be very weird when it comes to allowing their content to other games.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if they are waiting for a game release, then going to put a few Pokemon things into these games. But
Hopefully.
it's a long shot, but
I did get Xenoblade Chronicles 3D as well yesterday. I have yet to play it because I want to finish Codename Steam and save it for when I go on holiday this week. Because I've heard that it is a massive game, so it'll be perfect.
Cool.
The other game I got as part of the indie sale, I got Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. It is a
Ooh.
very, very fun game. I have to say, it will go up there with Shovel Knight as well. I would say, not as good,
Yeah.
but it is still really good designed. Really,
It's another of the indie games I was looking into, I must admit. Is it worth playing? Is it worth picking up?
yeah. Well, especially now because I think the price right now is £6, and I think that's quite frankly the price it should be because the normal price is £15. That's a bit too much to be honest for a £15 game, but it's still very fun. So basically, think a 2D Zelda, not in the Adventure Link. Well, sort of the Adventure Link, to be honest, because it's a side-scrolling game, but it's more action as well because you traverse different worlds. It's sort of pseudo open world, I guess, because there's no set end of levels. Basically, you travel islands trying to rid them all of dark magic with Shantae's sworn enemy Risky Boots, though I haven't played another Shantae game before. So the plot isn't outstanding or anything, but there are a couple of twists in there I've seen, nothing that I would really get, to be honest, but it's very enjoyable. It looks aesthetically it looks pretty good because the character portraits as well when you talk to certain characters, they all look very good. The characters themselves, like all of them, they're all very unique. As well, the overworld design and the design in game is just some sort of pixelated sort of thing. But it's quite nice. I really like it. Though it's very picky. It's very picky, but whenever there's text in the game, it just looks very lazy. It just looks like a very basic font that you put onto a PowerPoint or something.
Okay.
It just looks very lazy.
I believe that game's made in Spain, of all places. I think it's a Spanish developer.
Really? Well, it's Way Forward. Way Forward.
Forward, yeah. I believe they're from Spain.
Are they?
Yeah.
I'll look it up now. But yeah, at the end of the day, Shantae and Pirate's Curse is a good game. Pick it up while you can. By the time this episode may come up, knowing myself, it probably would have been ended. It would have been.
So many good indie games at the moment on the Wii U. All of them worth picking up.
Yeah. I'm not really that big on indie games myself, but Shantae and Pirate's Curse is a special exception.
Shovel Knight as well.
Yeah, Shovel Knight as well. Definitely Shovel Knight.
And Freedom Pack that comes out next month. Everyone buy it.
Yeah, Sam, you said you had one other game?
No, that'll go into the next section. I won't mention it yet.
I think I have a good idea. I have a good idea of what it is.
Yeah, you'll see. You'll see.
Alright.
I'll make one more announcement.
That'll make you want to keep listening, won't it, viewers or listeners even? I said viewers, that was wrong. Listeners, yeah. So, no.
Go on,
I want to
Jason.
make one more. I want to make more of my announcement. I have finally caught up with my Amiibo collection.
Wait, how many
Oh,
do you
yeah,
have?
All of them.
All of them?
Oh, God.
No,
You've got a lovely picture
okay.
up. I'll be-
I say I've got all of them apart from the Super Mario series.
That's fine, you know.
Apart from Toad, Silver Mario, and Luigi, I don't have the other Super Mario series, but I've got now officially all other.
Oh, do you mean the
Okay,
Mario
anyways.
Party ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
it
that's-
says
With the
Mario, it
glasses.
says Super Mario on
Yeah.
the box. So,
Yeah.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
my
so
last
just-
one was
so you-
Robin, and I also managed to replace my Shulk because unfortunately, my first Shulk that I got, let's just say,
Oh,
it wasn't a
God.
Bernardo boy. He was more of a Hornado boy because he had a mustache going on.
Wait, what do you mean?
Uh,
Wow.
Well, the little red line that was supposed to go along his mouth, indicating, showing where his mouth is, was a little bit too high, and it showed right underneath his nose, and it seriously looked like he had a mustache going on, and it was really driving me up the wall. So I forced myself to get out and try and find another shock, and I succeeded. Without paying a stupid amount either, I actually paid a standard retail game price.
Must have
Well,
been
I
one
mean,
from
like the
Mexico.
15 quid.
One from Mexico. He's really feeling it.
Yeah. So,
Hello,
I'm kind of glad
here's a
I managed to
banana.
replace it with a proper shock
Unada,
now.
senor.
Mexican
And I'm
show.
actually really happy I've now finished I finished my collection so far, and
You're so far.
I'm actually, but the thing that I like to say is I'm actually really happy with the restocks at the moment.
Yeah, like.
The restocks are going brilliantly. We are finding them everywhere now. All the used to be rare ones. Lil Mac has to be one of the rarest one that was going. I'm finding him everywhere now. It's
And
like
Lucy-
4 in
Yeah.
this shop, 3 in that shop. He's not even rare no more, and
Luc-
it just makes me
not
laugh
Lucina.
because
Yeah.
I just have to point and laugh at scalpers. It's like, how do you feel now?
Rosalina Luma's turn up everywhere now as well, and
Yep.
that has been one of the ones to look for
I've
for
I've
ages.
gotten all the ones I've been after now. Like Rosaline and Luma. I've got. Let me think. Got Charizard. That was definitely one I was after.
I'm after Ness. Like, that's the one I desperately want now.
I want Robin next.
I've got Robin.
Technically, I've got 4, but 3 of them are for the raffle, so
Still don't have your favourite one.
I still don't have my favourite one.
Oh,
I do have a
We'll
green
keep an
Swiddy.
eye
I
out.
feel sorry for you.
I do have
They'll
green Swiddy.
all, you'll all get the ones that you want eventually.
I'm
By
not
the
in any
look
rush.
of these restocks at the moment, it's looking really good for the
Yeah.
future with these amiibos. Even for the last wave that came out, there are still some in stock on the Nintendo website. It's just, wow, they were really doing really well. So
I just looked over at the time. But this one section is over 50 minutes.
Yeah.
I think that's
Oops.
the biggest one we've had. Really.
And it's not even a discussion yet.
Yeah, not even discussion.
No.
I think we've
Uh,
kind of leaked some of that into this one.
Kind of.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Oh well.
So we're moving on to our next section now. So this is the discussion portion of the podcast. I don't think I've said portion before. I don't know. But as I said, Satoru Iwata passed away. He was the president and CEO of Nintendo for I think about 13 years. He
Yeah.
was the first president outside of the Yamauchi family, the family that found the Nintendo company back in 1989. Sorry. So the internet was like really sad. You know, a lot of the gaming community as a whole came together. Even other gaming companies like Xbox, PlayStation, WayForward, and a lot of other gaming companies all came together, and fans came together to like pay their respects to it, which I thought was probably the best thing about it. But I don't want to dwell on that too long. I want to talk about just sort of celebrate his life, you know, like what he did good, about our memories and stuff. So I just don't want it to be all down and gloom and stuff like that. I want to start off because the good thing about it is that it allowed me to really see how much he did in his life, to be honest, because I know half of those things that I heard about on Monday. For example, that many people deem Pokemon Gold and Silver as the best for one of the reasons because there's the whole of first region Kanto there as well. Iwata was the reason for that because he introduced a compression tool technique that allowed Game Freak to save 2 megabytes of data that allowed them to fit in the whole other region, which was a lot for a Game Boy cartridge at the time. So it was just really cool just seeing how he's used programming techniques in the past, you know, saved Earthbound from being cancelled altogether. Many say that's the best game they've ever played at all, and it wouldn't be possible without Iwata. Yeah, I think Sam, you said you had a surprise game. Is it by any chance Balloon Fight?
No, surprisingly not. It was more one that I felt meant a lot to me, and I personally felt I could tell he had a part in it.
Right.
It's Super Mario Galaxy.
Alright.
I personally found it must have been him, because apparently it was an extremely difficult game to code because of the like the gravity mechanics and things like that. So I got a sense and the feeling that he must have put a lot of effort and time into helping all the programmers and developers make such a great game. Well, personally, so that's what I have also been playing. So that, yeah, it's one of my favorites personally. I still have the disc version. I could play it again and again and again and never be bored because it's brilliant.
Yeah, I haven't played it in a while. But yeah, like, I don't know if he did. I'm just trying to find it out now.
He worked on a lot of games. Mario was one of them, but I can't really confirm what games it was he actually helped program things. But it's been mentioned he had a part on Animal Crossing, Mario games, Metroid Prime, most of the Zelda series. Of course, the early Balloon Fights game was one that he developed solely and was developed jointly with some other people later on.
Yeah.
His first one was Super Billiards.
Super Billiards, which was basically a billiards game or pool game on the NES, I believe, very early.
There's probably one before that, and I don't know if many people know about this, but he managed to program a game of baseball into a calculator.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I heard about
Brilliant.
that. Like, yeah, when he was in school, and
that's quite impressive.
Yeah,
That's
and
amazing.
Was this at the keynote in GDC 2005? Did you hear about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he said you can't say you had bad graphics because it had no graphics, and just like that kind of humor like really defined who Iwata was. And also, there was this part where he showed how he looked when he was like when he left university.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, it was so funny. But yeah, just like how he was like just so kind-hearted about stuff like that. And the directs as well. You know, whenever he would go directly, I would do it as well.
It felt very personal, like you were
Yeah,
talking directly to you, and
yeah,
I think that's why so many
directly.
people have got that link there, as they felt like someone's gone, kind of thing. But
Yeah,
it's
if somebody asked me like this would probably be before, like if someone asked me about who I thought about Iwata beforehand, before his death, I was like, oh yeah, he's a legend, you know, I absolutely love him, but I don't know if I probably like love him probably more now because like I've heard about all the wonderful things he's done in his life. I've been able to, you see, like probably for me, like I haven't played it at all. Pokemon Stadium for the N64.
yes,
He
Um,
managed to code it, didn't he?
yeah,
Or he ported the battle logic, that was it,
yeah.
and
So
without any reference.
yeah, so he had to reverse engineer like the whole programming from the Game Boy games. He managed to do it in a whole week, and
yeah,
that's just amazing.
That's incredible.
The original coding were from the Pokemon Red and Green games.
Yeah,
the very early Pokemon,
yeah.
the first
Yeah.
ones that were out in Japan. Yeah,
like, and that's amazing as well. And then, we got to talk about this, but he co-created Super Smash Bros. With Masahiro Sakurai.
he did. Yeah,
Yeah, he did.
And then he was a massive part in programming and debugging in Melee, and he stopped Melee from getting delayed and probably stopped it from becoming quite a glitched game. But because he saved Melee, it's become one of the hottest esports games. It's at Evo today, probably I think the grand finals, the top 8 at least. I probably
What
won't be able to see the final match.
what made me chuckle was he went ahead and announced Super Smash Brothers Brawl
Yeah,
before
without
consulting with HAL Laboratory.
yeah. But
Yeah.
this is coming
He
out.
took a big gamble with that. Luckily, they said yes anyway, but
Yeah.
They weren't happy, but
that's one way to get a sequel to the next
Yeah.
game.
and just like all how Iwata really took gaming seriously. You know, like I've heard a lot of people talk about. Sometimes I don't agree with their business decisions. Like, of course, like in terms of business, you know, like I can't say this properly. Neglecting the advance to phone, the mobile industry,
Yeah.
for a long time, and it was her saying like, oh yes, we don't have time. And I would agree with him because at the end of the day, you know, they're supposed to make games and not money. They're supposed to make experiences that we could talk about like forever, not just something that we'll download for a week and then forget about. You know,
It goes back to like one of his quotes that he said. He said, "Above all, video games are meant to be one thing: fun for everyone."
That's probably my favorite quote. Like,
it's kind of like a core principle. If you
Yeah.
stick to your principles and you stick to your guns, you can go miles. You've got to believe in what you say.
Yeah,
and he did.
And I started I started gaming relatively young. I had the first Xbox, but I got into Nintendo with the DS, I believe. My cousin, he had the DS and he also had Mario Bros. New Super Mario Bros. For the DS, and I just enjoyed playing it as well as Mario Kart DS. So I was very excited to get my own DS as well. And when I found out I was going Wii, I was like really excited. But I didn't really pay much attention to Nintendo until I came about secondary school. You know, I started paying like more attention to the games and stuff like that. Then even more so like about late 2012 or something. So even though I haven't really known Iwata as long as he's been president or as long as other people have, like looking back, like he really was there, like without even knowing him.
Yeah, for me, I'm obviously a lot older than you, but I was practically born into it. I think I was like 3, and I got my Nintendo Entertainment System, and I had Super Mario Brothers 3, and like Adventures of Link, and then it just went from there. And just I can't believe, like, I've got a list as long as anything of how many games he made that I've played, and it's just like you don't even realize it, how much of an influence these kinds of people
Yeah,
have
There's
on
a
you.
lot of them I didn't realise he did. I knew about Balloon Fight, but I didn't realise he made the NES Open Golf game on
He
there
did.
as well.
Oh yeah, it was his first
He
Nintendo game.
he was part of the HAL Laboratory
Yes,
company,
Yeah.
and
Mm.
they
Kirby
made
games,
they
first
made the
fight.
Balloon Fight, they made Tournament Golf,
I think
Earthbound,
Pinball,
Kirby, and he
they
took
helped
part in
with
all of
Pinball.
those games.
Mm.
But yeah, and it's weird because like looking back, like you talked about Sam, you talked about NES there, and even though like so Iwata seems to like not have worked on those as much now, but like because Iwata is now the face of Nintendo, he sort of did in a way, you know. Like Nintendo as a whole did it, and because Iwata was the face of that, you know. What else? I'm just looking through.
I was going to say, just go back to the Smash thing. I remember
Yeah.
finding something. It's just like this is what he said when they did Melee. It did, like I'm trying to read it word for word. It said he put people. I think this is when they were testing it with the testers. He put people smiled, then laughed, then began shouting to each other. That was the moment when everything for Smash Brothers changed, and I must
Yeah.
tell you, this was also one of the proudest moments in my development career. But the memory of that first moment, when the testers began to play, stays with me. That is the moment that I would call success.
Yeah, and
And
it's like it sort of proves that like you know to
having
have like
fun and
yeah.
seeing that fun being enjoyed by other people is well,
Like
for him, was phenomenal.
yeah, like hold on, I'm just
I
thinking.
think Iwata has worked alongside Sakurai for a while, because
Yeah,
I did read somewhere where
he would have.
Kirby's Dream Land was under heavy development by Iwata. He
Yeah.
took a really big part in it, and I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that, if it wasn't for Iwata, the Kirby franchise wouldn't have lifted off from that game if it wasn't for him.
What a tragic
it's an
world that
incredible
would be.
achievement. Yeah, it's an incredible achievement when you think about it. That he's gone from being a programmer of the games in the early days
In a very small company
to be the head
as
of the
well.
company. Yeah, well,
Yeah, in a company of the biggest name in gaming, and
yeah.
it's quite the underdog story.
Don't forget, though, that it's not only games that he's took a big part in.
He produced for a lot of other games as well, didn't he? He did a lot of other work.
Not just games. He took lead of planning division for, coming up with new systems.
Yeah.
All right.
It was him who came out and directed the both Nintendo 3DSs and, well, the DS in general. In fact, the DS franchise and the Wii and the Wii.
Yeah, he's the sole reason why I play Nintendo today, and he's saved the company they needed. By the time when he was president, well, when elected president, the GameCube wasn't like a hot thing or anything, So
Nah,
they needed
it wasn't very
a
good.
massive boom, and then what I just came with. Oh, you want a revolution? Oh, we've got one. And he lifts
And
up
they
his
came
Wii
out
and
with
his
the selling
hands.
console
Here it
Nintendo.
is.
It's like,
yeah, and like I imagine like a lot of people have gone into gaming because on DS and Wii, and you could hate on Nintendo all you want, but you cannot deny respect for them, because they saved the industry, and I feel like
I've always said that Nintendo has always been the star of the gaming industry. Everything has evolved from Nintendo. Everything has had influence from Nintendo. You know, if it wasn't for Nintendo, you know, I think I might have said this on the previous podcast. If it wasn't for Nintendo, we would likely would have had PlayStations or Xboxes
You said that
because
last
No,
last
we
last
wouldn't have
episode.
them at
I
all.
thought I did. I couldn't remember if I did or not, but
Mm.
that's the way I see it.
The way, like, I think one thing he said as well, he said we don't run from risk, we run to it. And by pushing the boundaries, that's where we can help, like, reach the next level and reach new players and still reach the current players as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just looking through the games as well. Like, and the thing is, because like I started on the DS, I've played like a lot of games in like about the past good amount of 8 years, I'm saying, and I would always
You
see
do,
Iwata's name at the end of the credits, no matter
yes.
what
I mean,
game I
actually,
played.
today I played the Street Pass games, and I finished the battling one, the Street Pass battle.
All right, yeah.
When you build the armies up, I think. So I finished that today, and he was the executive producer on the end of it. So I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, there's another
it's
game
like-
he's put on the list. You know,
Yeah, I'm just looking at all the games I'm seeing here, and like Iwata's name is at the end of basically every one of those, and
yeah.
it's just gotta be odd not seeing a new name now, because whenever I would play, and that's sort of the same way whenever I would finish a game, before it was to express it, so it would be Hiroshi Yamauchi, you know, when I finished Earthbound or Kirby Superstar or
Yeah.
trying to think of another one here.
We'd have Miyamoto on some of the games as well, but
Yeah.
they'd always be the same sort of section. And
But yeah, so like sure, Waller may not have like a massive influence in the current games, but at the end of the day, he made them happen. You know, without Waller, we wouldn't have these great experiences that we've come to love in this past decade. You know, like Fire Emblem Awakening. You know, and Mario, of course, Smash Bros, Legend of Zelda.
yes, a lot of the games are all around in Nintendo's
Kojiko's
library.
Uprising, you know.
Yeah, of course,
Punch Out Wii, Mario Galaxy, Mario 3D World. You know, like, I love like a lot of Nintendo, and the reason why they stick as my favorite is because they get gaming. They get that they should be creating games. Yeah, they do understand. Like, they get that they need to make games that can actually connect to us, and we'll be talking about it, and not just money. You know.
So when every time he said "please understand" and all that, he understood. So
yeah. I just want to.
I think there's a quote. There was another quote from him. I think when he first took over the job with Nintendo, and he may have a business card, but he still is a gamer at heart and in the soul. So you know, that's the kind of thing you like to hear.
It says he's a corporate businessman.
In my mind, I am a game developer, and in my heart, I am a gamer.
Like, that's just amazing. And the other one as well. This is just.
Also,
I may miss one thing, but it was even if we come from different sides of the world, even if we speak different languages, even if we eat too many chips or rice balls, even if we have different tastes in games, all of us here today are identical in the most important way. Each one of us has the heart of a gamer, and like, that's amazing. You know, like, just to see someone that would take gaming so seriously, and see, you know, it's more than just a hobby. You know, it's like, I'm not being sad here, but like, it kind of is like a life. You know, you know, it's a very important. It's nothing like, you know, and I think that's the reason why his death has been partially asked, because like, he's one that's been so many happiness, and then now his death has just brought on sadness. But then again, at the same time, it's all brought up happiness. You know, because with
it still brought the community together as well.
Yeah.
I think, like, there's a a lot of the posts from other people have been very
Yeah.
sympathetic, and like Miiverse at the moment has gone crazy with some of the posts that have been going on. They were like,
Yeah, I saw on
rest in peace,
Splatoon.
and-
Apparently, there was like a lot of.
yeah,
I saw this one picture.
it was
of,
it's lovely, really. But
Yeah, I saw this one picture of 3 Inklings there on Bluefin Depot. It was just a small. Don't know if it's from the guys that made Splatoon, but they were all looking up in the sky, and I thought that was just lovely as well. There's other ones floating around. I think one that was like quite sad was like Iwata was like resting peacefully. Then all the others were like giving him like life ups or max revives,
yeah,
heart,
yeah.
and I was like, but Iwata was smiling, and that's probably. And I heard from this like from another discussion. I don't know who it was, but he was always smiling, and that's the thing. You hardly ever saw him with a sad face on, did you?
Except when he was staring at bananas.
Yeah, but like even that like is that's the other thing I was talking about, like just how he was more like a gamer than a CEO, you know. Like
You can't say there's many companies that have a CEO like that who would go down to whatever level and present their company like that. You know, and to have so many people actually like the head bosses kind of thing. You can't say there's many people who say they love these billionaire bosses of these companies. You know, and it's
He took a pay cut when the Wii U
like
sales were
it's
down.
amazing.
He
Just
took
so
up-
everybody,
he took 6 months pay cut.
just so people can take their can't lose their jobs.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's
He didn't want
like-
to fire anyone because I think he said at the end of the day, if people are on edge and like having the feeling they're going to be fired, that stuff is like the quality is just going to drop. So he felt that it would be better that for him and for like some of the board members who probably make quite a lot of money to take that little hit for the good of the company, and in the long run it's a better thing.
To put that into perspective, he earned between $1 million and $2 million dollars over a year, and to take a 50% cut down to down to $1 million, you know, still a nice amount of money if you're one of us, but you know that's quite a lot of money, really. You know.
Yeah. But still, just the fact that he would consider just halving his money, you know, like
just to support
like,
the company,
Yeah, everybody wants like money, don't they? Like it's just natural, but to be able to halve their own pay cut, even when it's still big, is just a massive act of
it's
consideration.
appreciative, yeah.
But I just wanted to talk about like just some of the highlights, you know, because Eurogamer, probably one of my favourite tributes so far. Like they've had a highlight reel of all his like best moments, let's say. And one of the best bits was Iwata unboxing the Wii U. Like, and I rewatched like the whole 5-minute video, and it was just like so funny. And he started on pressing, "Oh, welcome to the unboxing," and he just said, "We should make this a ceremony." So the video cut and then introduced with this fanfare and stuff like that. It's like, "Welcome to the Wii U unboxing ceremony," and stuff. And he started doing it, but before he started, he put on some gloves, and he said, "Maybe I should put on some gloves. I feel like Mario doing this."
Yeah.
And then as he took out the items, like even it's starting to feel like a shopping channel. That's cool. And then the next
It's
time,
just that humour though. It's brilliant.
yeah, and then he just went. The next time he pulled out, he was like, "Yeah, this is definitely shopping channel show now." And then probably my favourite part was when he put out the stand. He put the Wii U gamepad on the stand, but it was like the wrong way.
Yeah. You're like, sorry, I've done this for a while.
Yeah, like it was like, oh, that's gone the wrong way. Like it was like, sorry, this is my first time doing it, and then he eventually got it, and it paused like about 3 seconds of silence, and he went, "Hi," just like that, and it's just, and I just want to talk about this, and a part of the direct, it was him, the Luigi going up to him. He goes, "What? Why are there so many Luigis here?" And then like Luigi just clicks his fingers and there's like 1,000 Luigis there.
Yeah.
And Just the way
Yeah,
that he said it
Luigi.
though, like you could tell that like he was having a good time and like
Yeah.
he's trying to hold in the laughter with that. And Game Center CX was just this like gaming show
It's
in Japan.
if they do decide to carry on with the Nintendo Directs, who do you think would take them over?
Well, I would say to the new president, I would say.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be very hard to replace someone who could like say directly in the right way.
Directly to you.
Yeah, exactly. Like it'll be so hard because all Nintendo reps do it, but it'll be so hard. Like, and that's the thing, really. It would always have this like cool voice on. They would always have one surprise for us in each direct. It may be something we predict, but like there's always one surprise. In November we had Majora's Mask 3D reveal. In January, the first thing they revealed, new Fire Emblem. In the April one, probably the biggest one, we had Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem for the first time. We had new
Well,
Fire Emblem. We had
every Direct had some new games in there.
but
Which
and then the internet exploded basically with not only the announcement that Lucas was coming back, but also that there was Smash Bros, which Iwata himself said that he was in discussion with Sakurai, and that's like just amazing that he's just really speaking to the fans, and it's just kind of upsetting that, and a lot of people have said this was upsetting was that his last thing that he said publicly was apologising for the digital event, which I don't think was that bad, Like, it wasn't, like, fantastic or anything, but there was no need for him to apologise. But the fact that he did apologise just showed that, like...
They did it in their own way.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
It just shows that, like, how considerate he was to fans' reception. He wants to make sure that they're having good time, so when they backlash like that, it's not...
he was always first to apologise.
I think I looked at different reviews and everybody said, even though it wasn't absolutely brilliant, it was still fun. It was one of the most fun ones. And that's what, like I said, it goes back to sticking to your guns and having fun.
Oh, it was...
I swear, I watched the puppets. I could watch it again and again. It makes me laugh my head off. It's like, brilliant.
Sitting there, like, Street Pass South End event at the arcade, just laughing my heads off at the puppets.
It's just like they're like, what?
Like everyone just came like, okay, thank you. I'll head directly to the stage. And then when they turned into Starbucks characters, he was like, hey, fucks, do a barrel roll.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was
and then
so
it was skits
funny.
as
like,
well.
It was like
they're breathing out.
It was expected, but yeah, and we were all going like at all the references and stuff. We were going wait and stuff, and just like him just bringing us all together.
The superstar dance is my absolute favourite though. They're just there going mental.
Yeah, like it's just amazing that he's managed to just even giving, and hopefully that will continue with hopefully because one of the things that like really hit me most is like, well, who's gonna leave Nintendo now? Because I was worried if Iwata was gone. Like, are they just gonna be someone that cares more about business than the games?
Well, currently they've got two temporary, isn't they? In Miyamoto.
Miyamoto and the creator of Punch-Out.
Genyo Takeda, who is the creator of Punch-Out, mainly.
I think
he also
odd having Miyamoto as president, though, won't it? It'll be quite cool, but
I don't think he'll do it because he isn't actually working for Nintendo. He's just sort of a non-executive director now. He's retired officially, but he still sort of jumps in every now and then just to help out.
With Star Fox Zero, he's working on. But it's gonna be hard. Like, I was just worrying who was gonna replace him now that like the man that like cared so much about gaming ethics as a whole has gone basically.
it's a big hole to fill,
Yeah.
definitely, and it's not going to be the same, but hopefully someone can put their own sort of spark onto the role and hopefully keep delivering those sort of directs and things that people love. You know, it's sad. It's sad for it to be happening, but it's unfortunately that's life, and that happens. But let's just see what happens in the next few months, and hopefully they'll turn around from there and go better for it. You know, putting in Iwata's whole ideas and frames, especially around like mobile gaming, which is one of the big ones he tried to push very recently. So there's a lot of big things happening. So we'll see how it all goes.
I just want to touch upon the fact that Satoru Iwata has planted the seeds, so to say, for success, because you got Amiibo that will surely continue on with new lines after Smash Bros. And you got the NX. Hopefully that'll be something groundbreaking, because it's gonna be something we've never seen before. You know, it's not like the gamepad with the Wii U, because iPads are already a thing. It's gonna be it's hopefully something completely new, something completely fresh that everybody. I'm a bit worried for it, to be honest, but hopefully
I would have no problem with this Genyo Takeda taking over as the head.
I have no problem as well.
If you look at his history as well, other than Punch Out, the main one on there, he developed for a lot of other things, including special effects in Star Tropics was a big game he was part of. Pilot Wings, he made a few of those games in there. Pokemon Puzzle League, of all things, he was involved in a lot of puzzle games. And Donkey Kong Country, he was involved in that too. So the main one I know of this guy, he actually developed the idea of the N64 controller. So the actual control stick and everything. So
I remember that.
So it was for him that the fact we've got little twizzly like sticks on our consoles now. So it's if he can bring something like that to the table for future games and future
everyone
consoles,
has their own unique style and personality, and they'll bring something different each time. It won't be Iwata, but it'll be something just as brilliant and amazing.
And
hopefully.
In addition to that, you've got the mobile industry. Thank God that they're doing it at a steady pace. Only 5 announced so far. It's gonna be introducing people to these new IPs. Hopefully, some recognition for lesser known franchises like Fire Emblem. That may be cool. But also well-known franchises like Mario and Zelda and Kirby. And also the theme park rides at Universal Studios as well. Hopefully that will make some big money, and hopefully it'll be fun for the people as well. I'm just excited for the future, as always, but I'm still
it's good to have a celebration of Mr. Iwata's life and all he did.
So we I think I speak for everyone in the gaming community when I say that we deeply miss Satoru Iwata. May he rest in peace. To be honest, he was a great man. He really didn't deserve to die at 55, to be honest. Far too soon. But he had I don't know how to put it, but a great run. Maybe
excellent personality.
Yeah, excellent personality. Someone that clearly cared for games, and never failed to make us smile in the least. So, thank you.
If there was more of him, there'd be a better place. So.
Yeah, of course. So, thank you, Mr. Iwata.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
So this is our shout out section now, or the end of the podcast section. Shout outs to the Street Pass events recently. For me, Street Pass London, which was today of the day of recording, and also Street Pass Basingstoke and Street Pass Portsmouth.
Yep.
For anybody who wants to, or is new to the Nintendo community, go to Street Pass UK and you can find local events in your area.
Well, hopefully.
Streetpassuk.co.uk.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Website, so yeah, check that out. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, as a shout out, well, I guess to James, the Lagonash or something. Sorry if I.
Dalganash, I think.
Yeah.
Dalganash.
Is how he...
Just call him Nintendo Man.
Nintendo Man.
Yeah,
To the rescue.
I talked to him at Hype Japan. I think I mentioned that. I just wanted to say that because he was on the Street Pass UK podcast before becoming Nintendo Community Manager.
Yeah.
I decided to just personally thank him. Because like if I didn't hear about the Street Pass UK podcast, like this podcast may not have even existed.
Unlikely.
Yeah. And then just general shout outs then to Street Pass UK podcast team.
Yeah, I wanted to mention because it's Neil works for the Street Pass Southampton one with us guys.
Yeah.
And it was his wedding Friday.
Yes.
So, and just wanted to say congratulations.
Congratulations to Neil and Danny.
I was there. James came with his lovely girlfriend Elizabeth, and we all had our DSs, and so we all played some Street Pass games. So. But yeah, congratulations, Neil, and let's hope it goes well. So...
It will. They'll have a brilliant life together.
Of course it will. He is going to New York for his honeymoon, and it's the release of Mario Maker over there at the time. So
that's pretty cool.
Lucky guy. But because he's Neil Maker, we've said to him he should call his son Mario if he has a son. Then he'd be Mario Maker. So yeah.
Yes.
Don't know if they can get past Danny with that one.
I doubt Danny will let that slide.
Yeah. But anyway, thanks Neil. Yeah, shout out for you, I guess.
Yeah.
I do have one other shout out because some of you might know, some of you might not know, but I'm actually part of a charity event in Southampton at the moment.
Oh yeah, not Street Pass.
The Southampton Gaming Hub is a new page we've set up on Facebook and Twitter, and basically there's 6 groups of people from Southampton who are involved in the games industry. Me and Neil being part of that sort of group as well. And we're just going to organise a big event for Special Effect. Tickets are on sale now.
We've got ours. Get yours.
They're less than... Got yours, well, thank you. Yes. And they're less than £6. There's all sorts of things going on. We're going to have raffles, we're going to have prize draws, we're going to have games on show, we're going to have actual game developers there to talk to. So if anyone's looking to go into the games industry, there'll be people like that to talk to. There'll be journalists there who you can talk to if you want to get into that sort of thing as well. So, you know, there's lots of potential there. And we still
live in that area though.
Well, you know, you can get a
Take a
lift
special
for
trip.
someone. Yeah, get a train. You'd be all right. Yeah.
Sam
Sam give you room for night. All right. It's the end of August. August Bank Holiday Monday, so the 31st. So.
Oh, I may be able to go there then. I'll see.
Yeah, we want to see you there.
So, please go and check out the Facebook page and Twitter page. I'll link them on the Facebook page of our End Podcast System, so you can have a look on there.
Yeah.
If I'm sure Matt will do the same on the Twitter page.
Yeah, of course.
So we want to get as many tickets sold as possible, and at least 70% of every ticket sold goes straight to Special Effect.
That's good then.
Yeah. But there's also tournament prizes there. We've got a Mario Kart time trial event, and we've also got a Mario Kart competitive event going on.
What about Smash Bros?
We might be doing Smash Bros on the side, but I don't think it'll be tournament play unless we can get someone else to run it for us.
What about Inazuma 11 Go Chrono Zones? Doesn't everybody have that game?
Matt, you win because no one else will have it.
Oh, yes.
You already win. So. But if we can get more people involved, we'll try and do some more tournaments and things. I mean, there will be all sorts of people there, so not just Nintendo, but we'll have some other people involved. I mean, Ubisoft might be doing a Just Dance stuff for us, so that should be pretty cool.
So expect to see us trying to drag Neil away from that one.
Yeah, try and drag Neil away from the dance floor every 5 seconds.
Neil, you've got an event to run, but I need to do this song.
What I did want to mention, actually, to all you guys, because you might not actually know this, I wanted to thank everyone on iTunes because we just checked out the recent subscribers and stuff. We've had over 100 subscribers on iTunes. So thank you very much, everyone, for subscribing, and hopefully you listen to the podcast. But I don't know.
Yeah. We still no one feedback. Hold on, I'll check the Google Mail quickly.
Yeah.
For...
But while Matt does that, I'll just say thank you very much for listening on there. We're also on YouTube, and we think we've got one extra subscriber this week. And I was like, yes,
one.
Yes, one extra subscriber. Yes,
please, if you do have any questions, don't hesitate to send them to us because we really would like to be able to start answering some of your questions or things you have on your mind.
I really want someone to do some fan art of Jason with bananas and trying to like play Mario Party and stuff. That'd be really funny.
I want
and Mexican Shulk.
Because like in our chat we do this on Skype.
We need quite a few reference ones. We need Samus's broken nail.
Pikachu in a slingshot. Yeah.
Pikachu in a slingshot.
We need a Mexican show. I'll probably put this on Twitter if that's okay. But Jason has graced the chat with a Shulk amiibo that's lip is right under his nose, so it looks like he has a mustache.
His name is Juanado.
A sombrero on his head, then that would be much appreciated. With maracas as well, probably. But yeah, like.
There is one other page I need to mention, actually, I did forget about. I added us to the UK podcasters page.
Yes.
Which is a directory of several hundred podcasts. You can check them all out on the ukpodcast.com page. I think that's all of it on there, mate. I'll have to double check, but I'll share that onto the own podcast system as well.
Kind of high on the gaming, aren't we?
Yes, we're under the gaming and hobbies section. There is like 50 odd games related ones on there, including Ready Player 2 and the Street Plus UK podcast. So you can check them out. How
are we doing it compared to
them? Well, we've had one review.
Oh yeah,
and it was a good review.
Yeah, that one guy.
So cheers to that, Ross did it for us. He's also on several podcasts. Yeah. So he followed us this week on Twitter as well. So thank you very much, Ross. Mate.
Oh, thank you, Ross. And also shout out to that one new subscriber.
Yeah, do you know who that is? Do you have any?
No, sorry.
I don't know. But thanks to all the subscribers then. Thank you very much. Yeah. We appreciate it.
Right, two more shout outs. First of all, I want to do a shout out to Josh Thomas from thebetblock.com. I've talked about him previously a good amount of times. I really like his videos. He's a game journalist, but like a Waller, he has personality. He has his own kind of humour in a way. He does a lot of cool videos as well. Cool discussions with Roger Space, who's from Fiji Tribune. But he's now doing a Patreon page, so you can now donate, so you can make more videos and do more projects.
Cool.
I have yet to donate, sadly, but I would love to. But if you have some spare cash, I think the cheapest is like about £1 a month. But if you just go on his channel, look at his videos, hopefully you'll be able, you'll hopefully be able to see that he's like a really nice guy, and hopefully he gets to help these stuff. And another shout out to the site that I write for, Fiji Tribune. I'm now an official editor. With my own business card, so I'm not a contributor. I'm an official editor. Yeah.
I want business cards. Can I have a business card?
Yeah, so actually, funny story, when I went to Hyper Japan, I had to go to the separate area for press and VIP areas.
Right.
Like completely separate from the normal queue. So when I went there, like I had to say, I just showed them my business card, just plainly. Like it wasn't anything fancy, it was just printed out on card on my printer at home. and the picture was the Inklings, smashified Inklings.
Oh wow,
That's
really?
that was my Twitter picture, so they thought it was like, oh, just put his Twitter picture down.
Fair
We'll be
enough.
fine. But yeah, it was pretty cool though. And so I showed them it, and I said, oh yeah, it's Fiji Tribune, and gave me the press pass. And they took the business card off me. And I said, sorry, can I have that back as my only one?
Oh no!
And the guy behind me was
Schoolboy
just
error.
like laughing. I was just
Schoolboy
sitting there
error.
like, laughing, like, sorry. But you know, it was just really funny. So yeah, I'm an official editor. I've been writing a good amount of articles.
That's really cool. Well
Yeah.
done to you, Matt.
Thank you. I wrote a piece on Hyper Japan. I've got more stuff on the way, especially reviews. Current name Steam Shantae should be out soon. If I manage to finish them, of course.
And I hear we're a featured podcast on there
Yes,
at the moment.
we're
as well.
now a official podcast of Fiji Tribune. So if you are coming from Fiji Tribune or
Hi guys.
yeah, hi. First of all, second of all, please read my articles if you can.
Go now.
But also shout outs to fellow Nintendo podcast, Nintendo Dads. We may be doing crossover. I suggested the name for the special episode, Dads Cross Brits, because
That sounds wrong.
it doesn't really sound because one is Nintendo but with dads, and then
It sounds like you've
on
got
the
dads that
American
cross dress.
side, you know, because like we're probably like the only British. No, we are like the only international people on VG Tribune.
We are getting a lot of downloads in America for some reason.
Yeah,
on
because
the podcast. So
that may be the main reason. So
probably the main reason. Yeah.
if you're interested in the UK, it's a lovely place. But yeah, you know,
Weather's alright at the moment. Normally
yeah.
pissing it down.
It was beautiful today. You know, but yeah, that's one thing. It normally pisses down, but you know, it's fine.
That means rains a lot, by the way.
Yeah, just in case one Nintendo podcast wasn't enough, you now get two. This time with British people.
Cool.
Yeah.
It was nice to chat to come on in my replacement last week as well, the last episode.
My only request is that like we can finally start getting more people. The only question we've actually got is one person that asked Nintendo Dads, oh, what's the crossover title gonna be called? And I suggested Dad's Cross Brits. I think
if you have any suggestions, you could send it to our email address, or our Twitter page, or our Facebook page
as well. Send it to Nintendo Dads. Jack, you suggested like End Dad System or something.
Something like that, yeah. I was just playing about with it, yeah. So, but I'm sure there'll be some better suggestions on there.
Don't really. I may not be here sadly next time. That's in May, because I'll be in Ireland as usual, visiting my cousins.
Potatoes!
Oh, potatoes!
Wow.
Oh my god!
I don't think there's been an Irish. Well, no, there has.
Little
from
Mac.
Punch
No,
Out,
wait.
Super Punch Out, and Punch Out Wii. Aaron.
Yeah, isn't there an
Ryan.
Irish guy on there? I don't know.
Yeah. He's total mental. He really is a nutty geezer.
Proper nutty geezer.
Oh my god!
He really is. If you do, please watch out for Andy Ryan or whatever his name is. But he's the only Irish Nintendo character I could think of. I think
That's
this
a
has been
challenge.
going on for like ages, but sorry for my squeaky chair. Sorry, it's just I want to like it's squeaking a lot now, and I don't know if it's coming up or not, but if it is,
I thought you had a pet mouse.
it's not that bad. But like,
I thought it was
I want a
Mickey.
new chair, but I can't get.
Never mind.
Please
Get a new
understand.
chair for next episode.
Please. But yeah, I don't really have much to shout out for. Sam, Jason, anybody else?
No, I think I've exhausted it all through Jack's thing, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I've been on it all week trying to promote this charity event, and so far we've only got a few tickets sold. So if everyone could just please go buy a ticket, I would be very, very happy. Thank you very much. So,
If you live in America,
Southampton Gaming Hub, please, thank you. You could buy a ticket still. It still goes to charity. You know, you don't have to come. Just want someone to buy a ticket.
Actually, speaking of charity,
and it supports us, so we'll be very happy with that.
To get it, but the person who does Smashified, Artsy Omni, is holding a charity event where you could buy a Thank You Mr. Iwata t-shirt. Is very it looks very cool. Teespring, I think it's on. I'll leave a shout out on Twitter, and maybe Facebook as well. But yeah, basically, well, for UK buyers, it's much more expensive, mainly because of import as well, like shipping costs and stuff. But it looks pretty good quality. And for charity as well, 50% goes to cancer research, which is what Mr. Iwata sadly died from. And then the other 50%, which I think is an amazing cause, is the charity that goes towards getting games for children, which is amazing. Yeah, just spreading the love, basically. So yeah, shout out to them. If you can support them, please do. I think that's it. I'm leaving it in the hands of these three maybe not so capable guys.
Hey!
Banter. But yeah, hopefully these guys can put it through. There may be a special guest. Maybe.
I'm sure we can find someone.
Yeah.
Just pull them off the street and get them on.
Yeah, pull them off. It's a homeless guy.
Who am I? What's your
Maybe if we can sort out, we could ask Jo if she fancies coming on. Maybe because we haven't had Jo on yet, have we? So
yeah.
That's gonna be
difficult, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the big and blunt end of that, aren't
I? Yeah, probably. Sorry. But we'll see. We'll see.
But yeah, this is just yeah, thank you very much for listening to episode 9 of M Podcast System, which is episode 9, which is a bit crazy, really.
It's taken you 9 episodes to become a proper professional writer.
Yeah.
Well done.
Please just support the group in any way you can. Ask questions.
We want questions. We still want questions.
We have a Facebook page, N Podcast System.
And a Twitter page.
Twitter page is at N Podcast System. Gmail.
YouTube channel.
YouTube is Nintendo Podcast System. Email nintendopodcastsystem@gmail.com. Even though like on Twitter and Facebook and I think iTunes as well, which you could subscribe to and download our episodes from.
We're on
iTunes
and podcast
system. It is Nintendo Podcast System.
Yeah.
Just want to put that out there. Actually, one final shout out to Jack here because he has kindly put some money in for more space for iTunes. So before this would be our last episode before episodes would get deleted, but now you got up to like about at least 30 episodes and
it's about 30 episodes.
Episodes from before will not get deleted from iTunes.
Yeah, so we can keep them on. You can keep listening to them.
Final shout out to Jackie as well.
Thank you very much.
Yes. But I think it's goodbye from all of us here. Final shout out to basically any Nintendo fan, even if they're not listening at all. For just being like great fans and coming together to celebrate Wallace's life. So yeah, thank you very much for listening to Nintendo Podcast System. I've been Matthew, and these are these three other people.
Wait, watch it.
Thank you. Thank
These
you
These
for
are other
listening.
people that makes your podcast. Just think about that for a minute.
All right.
Please understand.
Yes, please understand. Yeah, so thank you for listening. Bye from
Catch you in a
all
couple
of
of
us here.
weeks.
Bye.
All
Sayonara.
right, thank you. Ciao.
Yeah, sayonara.
This is Satoru Iwata from Nintendo. It looks like I'll be delivering the first Nintendo Direct of 2014 directly to you. My name is Iwata. I'm about making games. And I'm about playing games. Last night, I played Super Smash Brothers. That's my game. I kicked some you know what. And I took his name. His name was Reggie. As Nintendo president, I'm also all about asking questions. So Reggie, I have a question for you. Who's your daddy?
そんなシステムなんですか。はい。あ、じゃあ私プログラムしましたから。よう知ってるなと思ったら。何するんですか。キューンよくできてますね。
便利なんですよこれ。
いや
ー、今年はね、
はい、
ルイジの年ですからね。
ルイジの年ですからね。じゃあこれを宮本さんも被ってください。
準備していただいてありがとうございます。
はい、これで2人でルイージブラザーズになりました。
しっくりきますよね、こ
う。そうですね。まあこの方がオバキューム似合います。
そこで任天堂が面白い機械を出すって聞いて、任天堂を訪ねていって、僕はファミコンのプログラムが作れると思うから、ファミコンのプログラムを作らせてくださいって言いに行ったんですよ。
作れると思うからと。
はい。
やったことないのに。
はい。
急に任天堂に行って。そうですね。ちょっと手袋します。白い手袋とかするとちょっとマリオみたいですけど。
Mr. Iwata? Mr. Iwata? Oh, wow. Yes, we're ready to start filming the Nintendo digital event for E3 2015.
Okay, thank you. I will head directly to the stage.
Wii U 本体を縦置きするために使う縦置きスタンドですね。はい。なんか通販番組みたいですね。
And that group of friends is what became the company known today as HAL. The name came from the computer in the movie 2001 Space Odyssey, HAL. We thought that name was very cool. Also, this is what I looked like back then. Thank you. Like all game creators, I was extremely cool too, don't you think?
プレイスタンドに戻してみましょうか。あ、違うな。こうですね。 失礼しました。初めてですから。はい。
And now you say, you want a revolution? Well, we've got one. What? How are there so many fridges here?
I miss you.
On my business card, I am a corporate president. In my mind, I am a game developer. But in my heart, I am a gamer. Even if we come from different sides of the world, speak different languages, even if we eat too many chips or rice balls, even if we have different tastes in games, every one of us here today is identical in the most important way. Each one of us has the heart of the gamer. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you for watching.